So I'll just sum it up this way as fast as I can. That is the most humiliating game in the last 10 years I've been involved with. We got beat at every single part of this. Everything. Everything. Infield play, two-out hitting, everything. Totally stupid.
I don't even know what to say about this game. So I'll just sum it up this way. We got our asses kicked 17-1. My goodness, what an ass whooping today. Thank God the Giants did win game one, coming off a winning series against Miami, and still there's 2 more games in this series to try and maybe split or win the series, because holy crap, if today is indicative of this team, we are screwed. But I'll try not to get overly emotional over one game, but we still got to talk about the loss. 17-1. 17-1.
Second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. Second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked.
And that's pretty much the situation. Except it's baseball, so there's no first and second half. But if you did split the game into halves, he's actually right. The second half, we sucked in this game. The first half of the game wasn't great either, but had a chance. The second half of this game, things went downhill, and we still have a super chat. The streak continues. Jason Corona for Cafecito Mañana. Shell needs a rehab. It's getting painful. Why is my phone going off? Why is my phone going off? Holy Moses. Turn it down. I apologize. Yeah, I kind of, at some point in this game, I started to, I'm not going to recap this whole game and talk about, usually I recap what happened. We'll be here for 3 hours if I try to recap. I mean, the Diamondbacks just, the pitching was terrible. Snell was bad. Kaiwei Tang can just, I mean, we need to send him back to AAA. He ain't ready. He was horrible. Though the bullpen was just bad all around today. The bullpen was worse than Snell, and that's hard to do because Snell wasn't very good today. And Snell is now 0-3 with an 11.57 earned run average. That's our guy. That's our Cy Young Award winner. We are screwed if Blake Snell can't figure it out. And holy crap, I mean, he's not mediocre. He's not below average. He's god awful this year. He is terrible. So, yeah, I agree. Like, if he needs a rehab, we need to send him to AAA. I mean, that's where you need to be working these things out. We're going to lose some games down there. That's one thing. The Sacramento River Cats can lose some games, but you're up here with the big leagues. We can't have it. We just can't have it. So 4 2/3 innings today for Snell, 9 hits given up, 5 earned runs. He walked 1, struck out just 3. In fact, Giants pitching just struck out 5. Diamondbacks all night. To credit the Giants, they didn't strike out a ton either, but also just didn't hit today. Giants had 4 hits all day. Tom Murphy struck out 3 times and just weren't looking good defensively, and somehow even worse on the mound. Snell, I just told you, gave up 5 runs. Roop came in, got lit. Tang came in, got lit. Avila came in, got lit. Fitzgerald came in. He might have been the best one. Tyler Fitzgerald comes in and gets lit. The Giants give up 22 hits in 9 innings, 17 runs, 5 walks, just 5 strikeouts, giving up a grand slam, and also made an error. So I don't know what happened, but thank you, Jason Corona, for the super chat. Hey, Eric and my fellow Giants fan, man, what a laughable game tonight. Terrible game. Terrible game. Absolutely terrible. I didn't even bother with the helmet. This game is just like one game is one game. It's an L. If the Giants lose the next two, then I'll probably throw the helmet, even though it's not five straight. When you lose three in a row and this kicks off the losing streak, that's a helmet. So hopefully the Giants will win one of the next two and hopefully both of the next two, because if the Giants can win this series after this game, that will be a huge, huge accomplishment. Snell is the most frustrating pitcher in baseball. Joe Boyd, question, why is Justin Fields still the Giants hitting coach is beyond me. Send Snell to Triple-A. I turned it off 7-1. I mean, I had to listen to it because I knew I had to do a post game. Let me tell you this. If I had, this is pre-Humm Baby Baseball channel, there's no way in hell I'm finishing that game. There's no way. 7th inning up. That's it, dude. I watch every game, but when it's a blowout to that extent where you have to, like, you're not scoring 16 runs. Like, I still don't like to say it's over because it's just not over. If the game is still being played, they're out there playing baseball. Obviously, it's not over. Stuff could happen. The Giants could get some hits and hit some grand slams and whatever could happen. And I want to see the individual players. But as far as the competitive, team to team competition, yeah, there was no way the Giants were going to catch up in this game. So problem is we have 3 rookie pitchers in our bullpen. Farhan messed up by not at least adding 1 veteran to that pen. Very good point. 12. Ratchet is here. Joe Boyd is here. Ken Moseanko. The Giants get their asses handed to them. The only consolation is that so did the Dodgers and Padres, not nearly as badly, but still losses. An L is an L. The Apple TV curse. Yeah. Apple TV. I hate it. I'm not a fan of Apple TV. What's up, Brad Lake? Oh, yeah, I know all about you, Captain Brad from Discord. Brad Lake, yes. That was a really rough game, but let's get him back tomorrow. We got Harrison start tomorrow. I refuse to watch games on the Apple. I didn't actually watch the game, listen to it. Does Apple still put the stupid win probability on the screen? If so, what was the win probability in the 9th inning? Please tell me it was 99.99999%. But I hate the win probability. It's the stupidest stat. It's the stupidest thing because anybody can figure out. Oh, the team that's up 7-0. Yeah, they probably have a pretty good win probability. I think we can figure that out. We don't need to see the exact number because it's not mathematics here. 0.00001. They spent like 5 minutes talking about iPads. 100%. Listen to the game on the radio app on my iPhone. Breaking the fourth wall. It's on the iHeart app. I've tried to listen on the iHeart app when I'm traveling, but it doesn't work. I have to get the MLB app and pay $2.99 a month. And hate the percentages on every pitch. Oh, I absolutely despise it. Dave, I want to turn off after going to the 4th, the 7th, the 7th, and 8th. And like I said, I'm not going to break down the whole thing. I will tell you how the scoring started and how the Giants got their runs. But after that, it was just a complete disaster. And yeah, shout out to Blaze Alexander. I've been following him back since he was on the Reno Aces last year. And I've liked him. He's a solid prospect. And I know I watched. Do I have any? Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I like Blaze Alexander, but obviously destroyed us today. Hit the big slam. So big shout out to him, Blaze Alexander. Might have Reno Aces. Yeah. What was I going to do? Okay, so let's get back to this game here today. Giants lose 17-1. It actually started out 0-0. It was like, okay, what's going to happen in this game? Okay, so the Diamondbacks struck first with the Blaze Alexander almost bomb, but it turned out to be a double. And then there was a base hit by Cattell, making it 1-0. No problem. They added another in the 4th on a double. That was Blaze Alexander again coming to the attack. 2-0. The Giants were able to score 1 on the first home run of the season at Oracle Park, right down the line, an absolute blast. Fair or foul? It ended up being fair. Jorge Soler. And at that point, it was like, cool, 2-1. Let's get back in this. Things unraveled quickly after that. 3 in the 5th, 4 in the 7th, 6 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th. Added up 17-1, the final score, and the Giants lose the game. I have no player of the game. Is there a Giant that we could even consider for player of the game? None of the pitchers. I'm sorry. Offensively, okay. Nick Ahmed for 2 hits today. He went 2 for 3, but he didn't drive in any runs. He didn't score any runs. I guess it would have to be the only guy who actually did drive in a run, and that is Jorge Soler for that one swing of the bat. So Giant player of the game, I'm going to give to Jorge Soler for the first bomb at home. But the true player of the game is Blaze Alexander. Jordan Montgomery, after some bad rehab starts, looked great today. 6 innings, 1 run allowed on that bomb, 4 hits. So Jordan Montgomery looked good. McGuff came in and was solid. Martinez was solid. He walked a few guys, but Giants couldn't get anyone to score from those walks. So that's a wrap, everyone. Just a complete ass whooping today. Eric, you're kind of lagging. Am I lagging? How can I fix that? I don't know how to fix it. Seeing the pitchers choke today. Soler really did give something to be happy about for the long game. Embarrassing Brady Domina. Breaking news, LOL, Veal and Burrow signed with the Giants for 3 years. Eric, didn't you say this team was good in your prediction? Why you always tell me the same things? Like, I said a lot of things in a prediction video. It's just a prediction video. Some predictions come true, some don't. This team should be good. They have a good roster. They just got to figure it out on the field, and today wasn't the day. They won the last series, and they have a chance to win this series. They won yesterday. This is one bad game. Dodgers lost today, too. It happens. So we could keep talking about, didn't you say this? Didn't you say this? Didn't you say this? I said a lot of things, you know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Why are you listening to me? But anyway, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do other than keep on grinding? Giants lose today. In other games, yes, the Dodgers lost 9-4 to the Mets. That's good news. Dodgers now 12-10. And hey, a Giant win tomorrow, and we'll equal back with the Diamondbacks record. The Padres are 11-11. This division is not like it's completely out of reach or anything. I know you don't like to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it, apparently, but it's freaking April. What are we talking about here? You want me to spare you with it's early stuff, but it is early. I can't spare you with it because it is. And we just have to let the season progress before we can say for sure. I know you guys like this team is trash. The team's playing like trash. Luckily, it's a long season and there's time. We'll run out of time. If it's freaking June and we're still sucking, I'm not going to say that. I'm like, dude, we stink. We stink. We're not at that point just yet, thankfully. But as far as the standings go, right now, this is updated. The Giants are 2.5 games out of the division. Are you really ready to give up? 2.5 games out of the division? 3 back in the wild card in April. This season is just getting started. 5-5 in the last 10. Not good, but better than the way the season started. And the rest of the division is not playing well. The Dbacks stink. Nobody's playing well. The Dodgers are not playing well. They're on a 2-game losing streak, 4-6. Dodgers fans are pissed. Every fan base in the NL West except Diamondbacks fans are pissed right now. So just know that. Giants are only on a 1-game losing streak. Rockies lost 5 in a row. Paz lost 2 in a row. The Dodgers lost 2 in a row. So despite this terrible loss, if this had been like a game where we just lost it 5-4, it would be no big deal. But because we lost so bad, it feels a lot worse than it is. Soler really, yeah. The home run strobe light show was cool. Oh, we finally got to see this home run strobe. I didn't get to see it because it wasn't on TV. It is Kelly and Gallen. Oh, I don't know if we can. We're going to find out. Snell should get one more game, and if he does bad, then you send him to Sacktown. And he goes down there and throws a no-hitter. But yeah, and like these are the games that should have been in Sack. Now he's ready. Now there's no point to send him down after 3 or 4 starts. So I don't think they're going to do that. He got his rehab starts up here. Even the Dodgers know to do that. They send guys down on rehab starts. Would you say it's not early? Would you say it's It's not early. Would you say this is like mid-season right now on April 19th? What are you supposed to do? Don't get me wrong, dude. If the Giants are the Rockies 4-15, I would say that excuse definitely is not flying. If the Giants are 4-16 like the Marlins, I would say that excuse ain't flying. 3-16 like the White Sox, that excuse ain't flying. But when you're 9-12, it's not good at all. But I think you can still at least say there's more than enough time. You know, a 3-game winning streak and you're back to 500. But you got to have that 3-game winning streak. You got to prove it. But it's the fact of the matter. It is early. That's the fact. No, it's not there. It's really not an excuse. I mean, you can come up with excuse. You can say Blake Snell didn't miss spring training, but that's not an excuse. If so, he should have been down in AAA rehabbing. If he's not ready, then he shouldn't be out there. So that's not a good excuse. No, there's no excuse, but at some stretch in the year, you're going to go 9-12. I'm hoping that we're having a bad April and that things will get better. But what can I say? What do you want me to say? I got to calm down. Point is, the Giants are not that much worse than the rest of the National League West. And in fact, they're not worse than the Rockies, that's for sure. At least we don't have to worry about them. I feel bad for a Rockies fan. Imagine being a Rockies fan. Holy crap. Holy crap, dude. White Sox, too. There's some worse teams for sure. What about the All-Star game? Steven Ortega, where's it at this year? Arlington. Eric, did you see the Dodgers lost today? I did. Where's the All-Star going to be, and are you going? It's going to be in Arlington. And it depends on tickets. Are tickets available yet? I mean, I probably can't get any of the first tickets, but I wonder if they're available like on the second market yet, how much they're going for. I've been wanting to go. I haven't been to an All-Star game or a home run derby since 2007 when it was at San Francisco. And the Humm Baby Baseball Channel is doing very well. And we may be able to pull it off this year. I tried last year, didn't quite make it to Seattle. Are there tickets? I'm on StubHub. I'm checking out StubHub right now. The All-Star game and the home run derby. But to answer your question, I don't know yet, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Let's see. They do have tickets. Home Run Derby is looking around $300-$400 for the cheaper tickets. I would sit out. Obviously, you sit out where you can catch a home run ball. Let's just be honest. Well, those are 2,000 plus. Okay, that ain't happening. Yeah, that's not happening. Dang, if that's just home run derby is 300, we're talking about 300 for the home run derby. How much for the freaking game? I don't even want to see it. But we're going to see it. Not too much more, 400, 500 range. It's going to be tough, Malone. Not Malone, but sorry, Steven Ortega. It's going to be tough. Giants lose today. Relax. It was just Blake Snell opening the game up. The whole team didn't show up except Jorge. I agree. AM Echo Sky. I want to shout out to everyone here. Jim Thurkill, Golden Jets. Lee always stayed in the game, which perhaps helps us. Shame he wasn't playing today. Messing up the momentum. Remix channel. Farhan doesn't call all the shots. There's a group of the same scouts. It's just a feeling like insanity. Cloud Connected. Kayla. Dave Auburn fan is here. You guys are amazing. The support is through the roof, but Farhan is the one who's drafting busts. Giants have not drafted well. There's no excuse for that, and there's no way to sugarcoat it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Here's their first round draft picks. I mean, let's just be honest. That's where it's all about. That's where it's all about in the first round. Okay. This year, we're not going to blame. We're not going to say anything about this year or last year because they just got drafted. Reggie Crawford, Bryce Eldridge. Reggie Crawford, okay, he hasn't really He's already had some injury issues coming off Tommy John. I didn't like the pick. Not nothing against the kid, but I like really we're taking a guy who just had Tommy John. What are we doing? Bryce Eldridge, I like the pick, but we got to give him time to find out. Will Bednar has been hurt his entire career, minor league career. He's barely got on the mound, hadn't got above A ball. Patrick Bailey is here and he's in the lineup. So there you go. There's a success. Hunter Bishop's been hurt the whole time. Finally in Double-A this year. Joey Bart never panned out. And then the Giants traded him. Elliot Ramos, he still got him, but he's now in Triple-A. Has not, he should be in the everyday lineup by now. It hasn't really happened. He's having a great year in Triple-A. He'll get one more chance. Chris Shaw never panned out. Although I think he might still be playing somewhere, but he never worked out. He's a free agent right now. Phil Bickford didn't work out, although he ended up being a really good relief pitcher for the Dodgers. He's now with the Yankees organization. Tyler Beede had some starts, never worked out, ended up trading him to the Pirates. Christian Arroyo, decent, didn't work out with us. Then he went on to play with the Rays, Red Sox, Indians. So Chris Stratton never worked out. Kyle Crick, now we're back, and we were back way back in the day. You can see we don't draft very well in the first round. At least not in the first round. Connor Gillespie, he had that big wild card home run, though. Got to give him credit for that. Buster Posey. Look how far we got to go back to get some serious, all-stars. Tim Lincecum, Bumgarner, Posey. That's the 3 World Series championship. So we got to do better drafting. What are we talking about? Elliot Ramos needs a real shot on a big league roster. I agree. Fun fact, Bishop played college ball at Arizona State. Oh, yes. The Sun Devils. That kid is good. Hope he gets up to Sacramento soon. Oh, yeah, and I was just at a Sun Devils game a couple months back at Tempe, right? Tempe, Arizona. Yeah. Oh, I know about gosh darn it. I know about the Sun Devils. I got Barry Bonds, right? Several other really good players. Just Dustin Pedroia, and a lot of big leaguers have come through Arizona State. Beatty was hot trash. Trading Bart was a bad move. Yeah, and honestly, man, I mean, we've had some decent picks lower, like Logan Webb. So, we've gotten lucky here and there. But if we'd have taken Logan Webb in the first round, I'd been like, okay, Giants were on top. They picked Logan Webb a little bit later, and other guys too. So, and I'm not saying that every other team, but look at the Dodgers' first round picks going back. Got Gavin Lux. He's looking, well, he's not too great this year. Will Smith turned out amazing. Obviously, Michael Busch turned out to be really good, although they traded him. Bobby Miller, he's in their rotation right now doing some things. So obviously going back farther with guys like Walker Buehler and Corey Seager and whatnot. So and they picked Cody Bellinger. I don't think he was first round, but what was Cody Bellinger? Maybe he was like late first round, second round, fourth round pick for Cody Bellinger. So, and he ended up winning an MVP. So yeah, we do have to draft better. No doubt about that. I mean, heck, who knows when we're going to hit the 103 home run. Melvin was given to someone off day today. This team is inconsistent hitting and runs, very inconsistent, have not played well. This team is not impressed, and we have big problems. And that's all I know. So what can you say? What can you say about today?
So I'll just sum it up this way as fast as I can. That is the most humiliating game in the last 10 years I've been involved with. We got beat at every single part of this. Everything. Infield play, two-out hitting, everything. Totally stupid.
Joe Boy, Justin Sakala. Also, Eric, if you had to say your prediction on who's going to hit the splash homer, who you think will hit it, that if we get more, who's going to hit like the next splash home run? Well, the next splash home run that we see, by a Giant? That's a good question. I will say it's going to be. We have so many powerful right-handers. Wade Jr. is probably an obvious one. Obviously Conforto. I'll say Wade. Wade Jr. hits the next one if that's what you're asking me. Unless there's a special one coming up. Dodgers are copying Giants like back then, young players and pitching when Giants had a farm. Exactly, but we're not copying ourselves. Isn't Bumgarner? Bumgarner is a free agent. Oh, might as well throw Bum out there if you're going to get lit up every night anyway. But yeah, no, Bumgarner's not playing anymore. Bumgarner's career is over, sadly. Todd Van Poppel, the freaking Oakland A's. Oh, I know about Todd Van Poppel. What can you do, man? What can you do? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing we can do. We just got to move on, you know? I've been following the Giants draft picks since the 80s. I remember Steve Hosey. He was a big-time prospect. Never panned out. Half these guys, most of these guys there, we've never really been that great at draft. Calvin Murray was the biggest thing since sliced bread. Never panned out. Steve Soderstrom, he ended up being okay. Dante Powell never really panned out. Jacob Cruz never really panned out. Joe Fontenot never really panned out. Matt White, complete bust. Most of these guys, Tony Torquato made it to the big leagues, but it never did much. Nate Bump, what the heck? Chris Jones, Arturo McDonald, who are these dudes? Kurt Ainsworth, where's the dudes? Remember Boof Bonzer? That dude never made it, that it did much. Brad Hennessy was solid as like mostly a long reliever. Noah Lowry. Todd Linden, he's going to be in on my upcoming videos, the greatest quadruple A players of all time, the greatest 4A players of all time. Todd Linden might be number one. Put him in AAA, dude's going to crush 40 home runs. Put him in the big leagues, terrible, absolutely terrible. Matt Cain's a beast, though. So it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Franchise these players to stay on the team. That's all. Bumgarner's done. His career's out the window, unless he wants to do a minor league deal, which he doesn't. Anyone we can call up? Oh, dude, we got tons of dudes. Matter of fact, Mason Black, I think threw about 5 or 6, maybe. I don't remember. I don't know. I got to look it up again. But Mason Black threw 4 or 5 scoreless innings today. Mason Black was one of our dudes. So look for Mason Black. Not to mention all the hitters. Schmidt's getting hot. Schmidt's heating up. Schmidt's heating up. Ramos has been hot all year. Ramos is tearing it up. Matos is okay, is playing okay, but we know what he can do. So that's some of the offensive players. Pitching wise, I'm not saying that they're going to come up and pitch well in the big leagues, but clearly the guys we got now are not pitching well. Kai-Wei Tang, bro, it's cool that he had a shot, but damn, maybe it's time to send him. He's going to be back in AAA. Kai-Wei Tang is going to be back in AAA. He knows it. You know it. And I know it. Everyone knows he's not going to make it through the year on this roster. But anyway, I was going to say Mason Black. Okay, actually, he only threw 4 scoreless. 4 innings, gave up just 2 hits, 3 strikeouts today. Mason Black's got a 1.53 ERA. Romero has got a 3.2 ERA. Randy Rodriguez got a 1.17. They're pitching a lot better down there. I know it's the minors. So, very well, they could get called up and suck up here, but there are options. That's just 3 guys that pitched today. So, clearly there's others as well. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. 199 from Justin Saw. Every year it seems like the same inconsistency. Yeah, man, you're right. Got it. It's been a while since we've really had a great season to 2021. We're 3 years removed now. Baby, have you been to Giants and do a 7 game this year, 8 in LA? I don't think I quite understand your question, but I will be. I do have tickets to the Giants Dodgers game in May. Actually, I have tickets to multiple games in May. They're coming, and so I'll be there for that. If if you're asking like if I can do play-by-play or something, or I don't, I've never tried it. I never tried it at a game because it's gotta. There's people sitting around me. Like I don't want to do play-by-play. People sitting around me. It's kind of embarrassing. But I'll see what I can do though. See what I can do for some live streams. Tang needs to be back on the space shuttle, Eric. Yeah, the space shuttle going back and forth from Sacramento Fireville. Yeah, I don't know how much is the hitting coach's fault. Thank you again, Justin Saw, for that. 199 super chat. It's much appreciated. Really does help out a ton. Thank you so much. Julio Rodriguez. Also, Jason Corona earlier for the cafecito, and I will be using that for a little bit of cafecito in the morning because we're going to need it. And Golden Jets. Everyone else, thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to wrap this one up. I got nothing else to say. Thoughts on Walker Martin? I have to look at how he's done so far, but I like the pick. I thought that Walker Martin might go in the first round. So I was excited when the Giants were able to get him in the, was it late first or was it second? Second round. Was it second round? I think it was the second round we got him, and I was really excited. He's going to be a while though. This kid is very, very young, and he's in rookie ball right now. Hasn't had an at bat. He hasn't had, I don't know if he's hurt or what is going on precisely. He's so very young kid, but a lot of tools, a very special talent. And Walker Martin is good. Did I make a video on him? I don't think I did. I did make a video of every draft pick that we picked, and I talk about him in this video. So feel free to check that out for my thoughts on all our draft picks from last season. I talked about all 21 draft picks last year. So pretty excited about some of those guys. But overall, I didn't love the draft. I didn't love our picks. I would have picked a lot of different guys, but it's not up to me. So I did like the first round pick though, Bryce Eldridge. I did like that pick. I just the potential is through the roof. Giants lost. Eric Miller's looking good. And Echo Scott fed up with Farhan and Veal. I'm feeling really. That's a Ron White joke. In the Chinese space program, Tang is one of the astronauts. Yes. I'm feeling really tired. I'm starting to fade away. So I think I'm going to roll out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, y'all. I do appreciate your support. Shout out to the Giants minor league teams because they're playing pretty well. But unfortunately, I can't say the same today for the Giants. Well, actually, San Jose Giants lost 9-3 to the Modesto Nuts. 9-3 in San Jose. That's unfortunate. The AA, we also have a high A team in Eugene. We got our asses kicked in Harrisburg 4-0, so that's not good. Please tell me let's find out here. How did Eugene do? Eugene! They won the game. Eugene beat Vancouver, and the River Cats also won as well. So, overall, a pretty poor day today. Let's get it going tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great evening. Montgomery was good today, Eric. We barely couldn't score. Yeah, Montgomery looked great. I wonder what the club like is after a loss like this. Quiet, get dressed, roll out. Quiet clubhouse today. A very quiet clubhouse today. The D-backs are singing. All the D-backs are singing. They're celebrating. They got the music playing. Let's go win tomorrow. San Jose won their last series against the Rawhide, Visalia. They have some good players down there. Oh, yeah. And I was born and raised in Visalia. So I do like them, but not when they play. Even when I lived in Visalia, whenever San Jose would come to town, I'd root for San Jose. People were like, why are you rooting for San Jose? I was like, dude, Giants come first. Giants come first. I root for the minor league team in the city until the Giants come to town. Make no mistake, that's the Giants, right? That's not the Giants. That's just minor league. Those are Giants right there. Their paycheck says San Francisco Giants. So you guys have a great day. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. Thanks for the support. I do appreciate it. And we will talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.
Second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs?